as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete.
He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there.
Third down here.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And he's going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Here's Taylor. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 3rd and 2, Eason completes it to Samuel. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Westbrook. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
For the extra point.
Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
This is Kelly. And some space here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 37-yard line. 7-7, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
They'll run with Kelly. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. A play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
And it's 3-0 Washington.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 25 yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Off the edge, this sack by Matt Ioannidis.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Buying time to his left. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and he'll be stopped right at midfield.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
On 1st down, it's Kellen, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with it. It's Kelly. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Flush to his right. The throw taken in by Sims. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. They get this out left. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll air this one out deep for Sims, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
34-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
this on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
2nd and 5. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Looking to throw. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on 1st down. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Steps away. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They run once more with Taylor. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
1-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
incomplete. It's 3rd down and 12.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
2nd and 11. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Quick throw complete, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. But don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
At the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. This is Chenault on the receiving end. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 39.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
First and 10, Taylor now. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
This throw caught left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Kelly. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was taken down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Brings up 2nd and 9. at the 25-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Taylor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. So Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. On second down, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. At 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
3 yards brings up 4th and goal.
Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. Blankenship's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
There we go, baby. There we go. First down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.